well. She played right here for the Florida Gators. You see her record, and stepped away from softball for many years. Worked in the insurance industry and said it just kept drawing her back. And what she's done, 3 years at Santa Fe College, and a swing from Langford gets underneath it, and that's Shoemaker and right for out number 1. It's a good start for Kara Hammock in the circle.
Hammock, one of those players that got a big win against OU earlier in the year. Seen her in those big time moments and be able to perform, and that's when we talk about that experience. Not only a few years on her belt, but beating top teams in the nation and looking good while doing it.
She sure is. Inside pitch and taking it and finding a spot. Paris Wiggs with the base hit. Gets her bat going early. Boy, what a turnaround season she's had.
Wiggs, a local kid from Gainesville, Florida. This pitch, a little elevated, but Paris Wiggs is hot. Drives this to shallow left field. She hit .434 in the tournament, 10 for 23. So that momentum that she had is definitely already translated into her first at bat, swinging early and getting that hit.
Yeah, it certainly is. Just one down. And making some contact. That's Hedgecock. And the double play, taking the SoCon tournament and maybe putting it together at just the right time. At their first time in the NCAA tournament, just one of 5 teams making their debut this year. No postseason last year.
We're in history.
Yes,
we're
right.
Actually living through history.
Yep.
With Mercer and Lindsay Fico clinching her first postseason berth.
She said just it's all come full circle for her, and again playing here and coaching at Santa Fe College, which was also a junior college in Gainesville, and now bringing this team here. That one popped up foul for Kendra Falby, senior out of Odessa, Florida. 82 hits, leading the team also in batting average at .439. Wow, 10th most in school history. She talked about her conditioning and the focus that this team wanted. And it's all for June, all the hard work that they've put in. They want to be back to the College World Series. Made their way there for the 12th time last year.
And that's their motto this year. If you look at their BP shirts, on the back it has a target and it says all for June. And at the College World Series, what month does it happen in, Krista?
I believe it's June, and that is the goal, no doubt. Slaps this one over to Dorval, makes the play for out number 1.
And Jafalbi slapping this one right to Dorval. Perfect placing for her at shortstop to be able to take that hit away from Falby, knowing her speed. She was pinched in to home plate.
Yep, she played that one perfectly. Taylor Shoemaker, freshman out of Fullerton, California. First team All SEC. What a first year she's had. Got a chance to talk with her yesterday as well. She talked about not thinking about the postseason and hyping it up so much. Just trying to play and have fun. Not making it too big.
Yeah, we had a panel full of all essentially people who have already been there, and Taylor Shoemaker, probably the only freshman in the lineup who has a freshman record for RBIs and doubles in 76 and 17. I asked her what it felt like going into postseason and what her teammates were telling her about the experience. as she fouls this one away. And just like you said, Krista, she said it's easy to make the game feel more overwhelming than it actually is when you let the intensity get to you during postseason. But she's always felt the pressure to continue to perform at her highest, even in those high-pressure situations. And then we turned around and asked Coach Walton about what he thought. And he said she was groomed for this. Came from the right organization that helped her in developing that confidence and how she can perform under pressure, and she's been doing just that.
Yeah, he was not surprised whatsoever. Coach Tim Walton, your former coach here at Florida, in his 20th season, 1,023 wins here with the Gators. Pitch just inside for Pitts, and it's a full count to Shoemaker. Led the SEC with 76 RBIs, 4th in the nation. And makes contact here, sends it out. Langford at center field, though, makes the play for out number 2. Good contact, though, by Shoemaker.
And I'll take that if I'm Pitts in the circle.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot go out at this park by the mercy of Taylor Shoemaker. So I'm taking that deep fly ball in center field if I can get it, get her to hit a ball and drive it into somebody's glove.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. So with 2 down, Jocelyn Erickson steps up for the Gators. Junior catcher. Inside pitch, got every bit of it. Sends it completely out of the park.
Well, if I'm Erickson, I'd have steam fuming throughout my body, I don't know. I just feel the fact that she got SEC Player of the Year last year and no SEC accolades this year, I'm walking around with a chip on my shoulder. You think about Jocelyn Erickson, you think about power, you think about how she's able to command a field behind the plate, what she's able to do on the field in the box, and I'm taking it personal.
Yeah, I think she completely would agree with you on that. And I mean, her numbers in some areas may be down just a little bit, but still really impressive as she pops this one up, and tough to handle at first. Full sun. That's Jones not able to get that one done. So another chance for Jocelyn Erickson.
Seen a few plays here on the first base foul line. Some mishaps over there. The sun getting into some players' eyes. Don't think she liked that one. Don't want to give these Gator hitters an extra out that you might have been able to get.
And you certainly don't. Erickson decides to go the opposite direction. She said lots of fans here. It's about 250 miles away if you're driving from Gainesville. And getting a hold of that, but not keeping it fair. Grace Jones to the plate. Both teams' defenses 3 up, 3 down in their first at-bats. Here's Grace Jones, a freshman from Jacksonville, Florida. She was a big reason this team won the conference tournament. A 3-run triple. They were down 5-0 in their first game against Chattanooga and forced the winner-take-all title game.
And Hammock, that drop ball that just has some tail to the outer half. We talked about it earlier. Just has a ton of spin.
First strikeout of the ball game. And got Jones looking. Kiki Daniels up for Mercer. Freshman catcher.
These two back-to-back really did some damage in the tournament. Kiki Daniels, then Grace Jones, who just struck out looking, accounted for 26 RBIs in the tournament. Had a really good week last week in those 8 games that they played. Out of the 65 runs that they scored in those 8 games, almost half of them were by Kiki Daniels and Grace Jones.
Yeah, Daniels' RBI numbers were remarkable. She had 15 RBIs in the conference tournament alone and only had 20 prior to that. So she's starting to really find it at the right time. She'll take the walk as well. So 1 down, Daniels on first. And Sydney Harris will step up. One of 7 seniors for the Mercer Bears. Her first year with the team, transferred from Northern Alabama. Played the junior college ranks prior to that. She was an All-American at Georgia Southern.
Didn't have a great March, went 0 for 12 that month, but has since picked it back up.
One at a time. He got set. He got set. You work 9. You work 9.
Fouls that one back for strike 2. Hammock just missing the outside corner. 2-2 to Sydney Harris.
You work. You work. You work set.
And a dribbler. Halen trying to make it, but can't. Too much speed from Harris, and she moves Daniels to second.
And the speed of Harris chops this one right into the ground, right in front of the plate. Bounces more than once. Usually has a slapper. It's an automatic base for you. Cahalan just plays this too far back on a hop. Got to be able to charge it a little bit more to be able to get that out.
And they're going to give
Wondering if they called her stepping out of the box.
I believe they did. We'll have to see, but they definitely have called her out. Oh, and then hit
And she
by the
gets
pitch.
replaced.
And Rivers. And stepping on the line, yeah. Let's see.
Yep, Harris, even if your pinky toe is outside of that white chalk line, you will be called out. Granted, the umpire has to see it first.
Yeah, exactly. Hannah Rivers hit by the pitch. She makes her way to first. Emma Dorval up for Mercer. With Kiki Daniels on second. Dorval, the senior from Surrey, British Columbia.
This is a Mercer team that was heavily recruited from Florida. 12 Floridians on this Bears roster. I asked Coach Fico about that. She said that the Florida roots run strong.
That's right. She says, I know where to find the players.
She does. Gave lessons to Paris Wiggs back in the day before she started coaching. Has a connection there, being in Gainesville for so long.
Popping this one up and out of play. Dorval gets another chance. Received the SoCon Pinnacle Award this year, the highest GPA on the title-winning team. And an all-conference member last year. Fans have been great in talking with the team yesterday, and they just said they have made such a difference, really gotten behind this group as they've started to put it together, finishing tied for 5th in the SEC. Reagan Walsh to the plate. Senior out of Redondo Beach, California. It's a full house. Gotta love it. And why not? Impressive what all these teams have done all year. Hard shot to first. And making the play is Jones. Out number 1.
Pitt's doing a good job retiring 4 of the last 4. 2 ground outs, 2 fly outs. Doing it in different ways. Looking really confident, stepping up to the mound every single time.
Sophomore Mia Williams takes the first one and fouls it back. Windermere, Florida, leads the team in home runs. She's got 19 of them on the season.
A big change from last year. Mia Williams watching a lot more video this year, but she said the real change was in between her ears. She had to get mentally tougher. She just had to be better overall with her mental game, and she jumped nearly 100 points from last year. Ton more home runs. 3 home runs away from tying the school record in home runs for a single season.
And now hit by the pitch. She'll make her way to first. Yeah, a lot of these athletes have talked about the mental part of the game and their focus and what they've had to do to work together. There's your dad. You might know of him. Dad Jason played 13 seasons in the NBA. He was an impressive ball handler. So 1 out and 1 on brings up Ava Brown. Ava also a pitcher for the Gators. Hits. The 1-1 count to Ava Brown. Ava Brown, another player talking about working on her breathing techniques and details to help her game, especially at the plate. As she gets underneath this one, and too far back was Langford. It will drop in, and Williams makes her way to second. Ava Brown getting it done.
And I don't care what it looks like on the score sheet, it counts as a hit. She moves the runner up 60 feet. And like you said, Langford a little bit too far back, couldn't handle that in no man's land. But Ava Brown has been really hot, hitting nearly 400 in her last 10 at bats. So really seeing the ball pretty well.
Brings up Corby Otis, senior from Littleton, Colorado. Transferred a couple seasons ago from Louisville. Tries to lay the bunt down, fouls it away. Otis already graduating in this month of May with a biology degree.
See that patch on her right shoulder. Very decorated uniform.
Yeah.
The graduate.
Yep. She's got some power, 5 home runs on the season. There's the patch. Inside pitch. Gets a hold of it. And it goes foul, but good contact. by Otis. Crowd liked it.
Yeah, that was a shot, to say the least.
Yep.
I think off the bat, I definitely thought it was going to stay in. This pitch nearly at her shoulders, and she just turns and burns. She uses the ground really well in her swing, gets a lot of power behind the ball. But this one just wrapped around a little bit too much to foul territory.
To Hedgecock making the play, scooped it up. Not an easy one, but the runners will advance.
Really good job by Pitts to get her to ground out right after that long strike. Hedgecock, really good play to her left, getting an out, securing another one now too for the Mercer Bears. We talked about her in the open and how valuable she is on offense, but brings that same energy on the other side of the diamond on defense.
Yeah, she's complete leader for this team. In the field and at the plate, in the dugout. Kinley Cahalan. 2 down and 2 on. Lets that one go by for strike one. Transfer from Alabama. Cahalan watches that one for strike 2.
And double guess.
Yes. Full count. 2 down. Mercer trying to get out of this one. And the walk instead. Now bases loaded. The Florida Gators with bases loaded. They've done some damage. 10 grand slams on the season. There's Riley Holtorf. She has 5 homers. Transfer from Washington, her first season with the Gators. Graduated early, 3 years from UW.
Coach Walton had 2 shortstops transfer in this year. Just saw Kinley Cahalan, who walked the previous at-bat, came in from Alabama as a shortstop. Once Coach Walton got wind that she played third base a little bit in high school, he said, okay, I'll take both shortstops. I'm going to move Kinley Cahalan to third base, give her some time over there. Said she's done a phenomenal job, taken away a lot of hits, saved a lot of ball games with what she's done over there in the hot corner. But Riley Holtorf holding it down in the middle infield. Hasn't started off so hot in May, hitting .067 out of 15 at-bats, but in April did pretty well, hitting just over .350.
Yeah, I mean, he said she's been kind of a fire starter at the bottom of the lineup. Maybe found the spot that she likes. See what she can do here. 5 home runs on the year.
You say found, but I think the computer found this one.
I think you're right. Gets underneath it, pops it out to left, and that one won't stay inside the lines. Yeah, and talking with Coach Walton, he talked about the formula, the stats formula that they've looked at to figure out where the best lineups would be against their opponents, their pitchers.
He said within the past few years, he's implemented this in different parts of the year, but it's nothing new, because even when I played at Florida, he would look at the numbers and, you know, I would hit my best in the 7th spot, and that's where he put me. So he's always looked at the numbers.
Yeah.
But within recent years, there's a formula, there's a software that he's using to be able to determine how to score the most runs based off of what these players are doing in the lineup, and being able to put them together to be able to do some damage.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, and a 1-2 count. Underneath it, sent out to center field.
A record there with all the SEC team schools, going into the postseason tournament.
And there you see the numbers, 14 from the SEC, 9 from the ACC, Big 10, Big 12 following, and then the American. Saw the American represented in our game 1, the win in extra innings to Florida Atlantic. And there's the SEC championships.
He had 2 AAC
Yes, yep.
wins.
South
in extra
Florida
innings.
as well, yep. Laura Vigna up, the senior from Italy, and the transfer a couple seasons ago from Florida Southwestern. It's been a nice pipeline for Coach Fico, the junior college route. Courtney Gittins, her pitching coach, finished at Alabama but started in the junior college ranks. Has a lot of connections and ties as Otis out and left makes the play for out number 1. Top of the lineup for the Bears, Hallie Langford. Another chance. Takes the first one, finds the gap, and the base hit for Langford, a much better at bat than her first.
I love how she just hunts the first pitch, sees it over the plate, tails a little bit to the outer half, but still on the white, waits for it, stays back, gets her hands inside, drives it through the hole in between short and third. And that's what she does. Langford sets the table, putting her oven mitt on, her protective gear for her hands,
Yep.
ready to go and take a base if needed. She has plus speed with 26 on the year, only getting thrown out 1 time.
Yeah, she's been really using her speed and ability, leads the team in the stolen bases. Also in hits, though. That was her 67th there to get her on first. See if she uses the speed as well.
Don't see a ton of people try to run on Jocelyn Erickson, but Langford, a lot of speed over there, 26 stolen bases, hit stat line that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah. And a walk for Paris Wiggs. So runners on first and second.
And that's going to be something that Kara Hammock has to clean up to be successful throughout the course of not only this game, but the rest of postseason. In the 58.1 innings pitched coming into this game, she has 45 walks and 13 hit by pitches. So giving up those free passes has been an issue with her throughout the course of this year, despite the success that she's had in her graduate season.
Already Coach Steph going out to the circle to talk with Kara Hammock, former head coach at Memphis. Spent a lot of years at Alabama. Got a national championship while there. So see if Hammock can settle down and find the spots. 1 away and 2 on. Brings up Tori Hedgecock, lets the first one go for strike 1. Just missing outside with that one. Hedgecock talks about this team, how selfless they've been, how they've been able to turn things around from last year. And that one maybe off the ankle or off her arm. Appears to be okay. And some others warming up. Eva Brown, Olivia Miller in the Florida bullpen. Inside, pulls that one foul.
In the absence of Keegan Rothrock earlier this season, the rest of the staff has been able to get some experience under their belt, be able to throw to top-ranked opponents.
Hard shot to second. Williams there to make the diving out and play. That's a big play, and it holds the runners on first and second.
This ball squared away through the middle of the field. Mia Williams dives up the middle and in to grab this ball. And she got her athleticism. They usually say from your mama, but she got it from her dad.
Well, maybe mom gave her a little something there. Nonetheless,
she did.
Impressive, right?
For sure.
And her mom, an All-American javelin thrower here at Florida. Nonetheless, big play by Williams.
Athletic family.
Yep.
Love to see it. Jeans passed down, showing out, playing at parents' alma mater.
So fun.
Fun, a lot of pride.
She's a competitor, no doubt. It was fun talking with her yesterday. Get a chance to catch up with the head coach, Lindsay Fico, next inning. See how she's feeling about this. Her team holding tough and in a good spot.
Hey, one pitch, Jonesy, one pitch.
Strikeout in the first at bat for Grace Jones.
Grace Jones, one of those two-way players, has some innings on the year, but really found her spot in the lineup at first base.
Part of the SoCon freshman team, and we talked with her, and she talked about just how much her confidence. She feels so much more confident as the season's gone along. Pulls this one the opposite way, and just not able to get there was Otis.
Her swing kind of reminds me of Sydney McKinney's swing, who graduated from Wichita State last year and did really, really well for them. The way that she steps early, but then loads late, but then just drives her back hip into the ball. The power in her swing.
Take the walk now. And bases loaded for Mercer. And already Coach Walton has seen enough. He's going to make a change in the circle. A tough start for Kara Hammock. Her third walk today and the second this inning. We'll take a timeout. Ava Brown going to make her way. Said it's better to kind of look at my team and say it's 9v1, not just 1v1. Let them out there. Kiki Daniels, 0-2 count, and Brown just missing with the bases loaded. An opportunity set for Mercer. Daniels can do something here. Stays alive, fouls that one away.
Wonder if her ankle's okay. No protective gear on there.
Yeah. Kind of a rarity these days.
It is. You always see the armor. It's almost like full body armor that they're wearing, from the ankles to the helmet.
And again, continuing to make Brown pitch. So the bases loaded. Langford at third, Wiggs at second, and Jones on first.
You have a shortstop playing in like that, you're giving them up the middle.
Yep, you're right about that. Fouling it up. Oh, so close to making the play, but Hitchcock, not quite enough room. '50th pitch for Hannah Pitts. And a 2-2 count. Missing outside, full count. And she'll take the walk. Good patience by Kendra Falby to lead things off.
as they clap it up in the dugout. Kenja Falby, not a stranger to walks, not a stranger to hits, not a stranger to a good old-fashioned stolen base.
Yep, very capable. 35 of them on the season. Leads the team. Here's Shoemaker. Here are the numbers for her stolen bases. One scored. Shoemaker has some power as well.
Falby's hungry for a stolen base, just 3 away from setting a record in career stolen bases.
I wouldn't be surprised if she's able to get that, if her team can hang on here throughout this regional. Pitts just outside. 2-1 count. Dorval coming up. Little pep talk. Connects with that one, and she knew it right off the bat. 2-run shot out to center field. And that'll get the Gators on the board first. 19th homer of the season for Taylor Shoemaker. That gets the crowd into it as well.
And she gets the home run chain. Taylor Shoemaker, we've seen it before. Now only 1 home run shy of setting a freshman record. She doesn't even get all of this, but she's so strong that she muscles through and drives this ball to the flag pole out in right center field. Taylor Shoemaker, we've seen it all. All field, she's able to spray the ball.
She's got the chain. You get the bling when you do things like that. It ties the freshman record. Her 19th home run. There's a hard shot into the gap for Erickson. Bats are warming up for the Gators with nobody out.
Hitting is contagious. Erickson going after the first pitch of this at-bat. Probably not loving the way her last one ended up, but being aggressive, and it paid off.
Well, when we spoke with Coach Walton yesterday, he said, we have to come out early. He wanted to generate some offense quickly. He said, offense is contagious, and we're starting to see it right here as that one's popped up. Oh, and the communication, not able to hear one another. And that is unfortunate. Daniels, the catcher, and Jones at first colliding. And thankfully, both are up. And the catch made, but Erickson tagged up. Oh, wow, that's a tough collision, Alicia.
That was just full body to body. They both have to sit there for a second just to make sure they're okay. I'm sure it hurt a ton. Taking the time that they need in order to recover after that. A collision is no easy thing to get up from, but I'm glad they got up quickly, which means that they're somewhat okay, but probably knocked the breath out of them a little bit.
Yep.
I think the commitment from Grace Jones here, able to save runner from getting on base.
Just a scary play, and glad to see them both up. Coach Fico out talking with them, trying to reset.
It's a communication aspect. This is a tough environment. We said it last game with the Heat, but I'm going to say it again today because of just the level of audio that you hear on the field. You got fans cheering, you got the music blasting. First time in a regional, so can't say that they're used to this environment, but they're learning really quickly. I think that's just a communication piece for the Mercer Bears, but I think they're going to figure it out.
So Daniels coming over, wow, just full collision, and coming up with the catch was Jones, and then Erickson though tagging and making her way to second. So just one down and Erickson on second. Here's Mia Williams. Glad to see both players still able to be out there though for Mercer. Pitts, top speed, just missing for ball 2.
I think earlier in the season, Mia Williams was one of those players that kind of went under the radar with how many home runs that she was hitting. And Shoemaker next to her, the freshman, just coming out hot from travel ball from high school and just making a name for herself. Meanwhile, Mia was racking up her home runs and just
yep.
hitting the long ball.
Slowly sending them out and quietly getting it done.
Yeah. Like the silent assassin earlier this year.
She's got 19 of them. Second in the SEC, 19th in the nation. Speed, fouls that one back. Full count. Williams. Some sunflowers in the dugout. 14 batters for Pitts and 5 full counts. Off speed and gets Williams to pop this up. And just tough positioning for Daniels. You could see she got turned around a bit, and the spin on the ball as Pitts was trying to come in but couldn't quite get there.
And a really good job by Pitts getting Mia Williams to get out front of this. Drives it straight up in the air. Daniels couldn't handle it. We talked about the wind being a factor earlier today. Might have been again in this last foul ball by Williams.
Full count. And a hard shot. Keeps it fair. That's going to bring Erickson around. And she will score. Ava Brown, who made her way to the circle for the Gators, now at bat. Yeah, I loved when we talked with Grace Taylor. She talked about putting in so many innings in the conference tournament. Said she really didn't feel anything after a certain point, but it also took a lot of biofreeze. She was definitely working the biofreeze.
Yep, biofreeze, Voltaren, ibuprofen, you name it.
Rename it.
It's in a pitcher's bag.
Playing that one foul. Brown sends that one down the left field line. Single in her first at bat. Gets underneath this one and making the play. Hannah Rivers at second. And we get a chance to catch up with head coach Tim Walton next inning. Got to be a little happier with what he's seeing here as of late. His team got out of a tough jam earlier. Two away, and the runner Williams on second. There's Corby Otis. Senior from Littleton, Colorado. These teams met up in the regular season last year. Florida got the 10-2 win over Mercer. Mercer was here in Gainesville. She was in that one. Six starters back from last year's Women's College World Series team. What a win that was. The 12th appearance there. The count to Otis. And the walk for Otis. With 2 down, Gators doing damage with 2 outs.
That was a tough pitch that could have gone either way. Don't want to give Corby Otis too much to hit, especially with runners in scoring position. Really comfortable in that spot. Seen it time and time again throughout the year.
It's a 2 on and 2 away. Here's Kinley Cahalan. Walked in her first at bat. Watches that one for strike 1. Outside for ball 2.
Taylor trying to get 2 balls off, get that same call that she just got with that screwball in the outer half. A bit too much sweep.
Hard shot there down the first base line. And 1 will score and they'll hold up Otis at 3rd, but the double for Cahalan. Teams to relax, have fun, enjoy the moment. And the bunt laid down. And it works. It brings Corby Otis across, and the fans making more noise. Cahalan makes her way to 3rd.
Holtorf with the sneaky bunt. Never see it coming because of how late she squares up, and Hedgecock is playing by 3rd base, so there's no shot there. Riley Holtorf with some speed is able to leg that out, but not only that, she's able to get Otis to cross the plate for another run by the Florida Gators.
So with 2 away, back to the top of the lineup, and the runner will go. Holtorf to 2nd.
You can tell they're trying to go home and put some food in their stomachs and get a good night's rest before tomorrow.
Falby got the walk this inning. She started things off. We're back up and around to her. Big 3rd for the Gators.